There is arguably no doubt that the Pixel 7 is the best value Android phone in the market, but how does it compare to the entry-level Samsung Galaxy S23? It's time to find out in this video. As I've discussed previously, I am a big fan of the Pixel 7 design. It's unique, eye-catching, and there's nothing like that in the smartphone market right now. Samsung, on the other hand, is playing it safe with the design of the S23. Not that it's bad or anything, but in the past Samsung was known for taking bold design choices. Now I know design is subjective and the Pixel 7's design is polarizing to say the very least, but if I were to choose one of these phones based on the design, it would definitely be the Pixel 7. But one area where Samsung does seem to do better is the display. Not only is the S23 going to have a 120Hz display, but it also has slimmer bezels when compared to the Pixel 7. And it might be safe to assume the brightness of the Samsung display might be a tiny bit higher than Google's. Another advantage in favor of the S23 is the under-display ultrasonic fingerprint sensor, which should be much faster and responsive than the optical sensor of the Pixel 7. Hence, in the display category, the S23 deserves an easy win. But the higher refresh rate display paired with a smaller battery could mean that the S23 might not outlast the Pixel 7 in a battery test. Both these phones should be able to last a full day, and that's the only thing that matters. It will be interesting to see how the Google Tensor 2 fares against the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. Now speaking of these SoCs, performance on both phones should be snappy. I will make a few short videos comparing the performance of these phones, so subscribe to the channel if you don't want to miss those. Now just like design, software is also subjective. I tend to prefer the more stock-like version of Pixel OS, but Samsung has come a far way from its janky Android versions. Nevertheless, I would still choose the Pixel 7 for its stock Android and day one software updates. Another close battle between these phones will be in the camera department, where the Pixel 7 has only 2 rear cameras. Samsung will give its S23 users more versatility with a dedicated 3x optical sensor. Even then, I expect the Pixel 7 to take better shots than the S23. Google's processing prowess is a little ahead of Samsung's, so it will be interesting to see what Samsung comes up with. It would also be interesting to see the portrait shot comparison of both phones, since Samsung has done a great job at edge detection. Video quality should be good on both phones, but once again Samsung has a leg up over Google with its 8K video recording feature. I'm not sure who would want 8K video recording in their phones, but it's there anyways. Probably the biggest differentiator among these phones is the price. The rumored price of the S23 is $800, which is $200 more expensive than the Pixel 7. That is where the Pixel 7 easily beats the S23. Even with a few shortcomings, $200 is a big price difference, and one that really makes the Pixel 7 the best bang for your buck Android phone. Samsung could try to compete with Google by pricing the S23 at $700, but that's a topic for another video. And that's it for this video guys, I'll catch you guys in the next one.